Hello and welcome back to the Lex E. Rojas vlog. I'm your host, Lex E. Rojas, aka Dakota Wolmer, aka Dakota Wolf, aka... Today, I am probably looking a lot like Belle at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, where she's walking around her town with the book and like ignore her because I'm literally holding the phone inside of a book right now, specifically the journal that I bought on August 31st so that I could give you more detailed live streams. Of course, my next live stream after that, which was September 6th, also my last live stream that I did, was not in that vein in this live. So I decided that today we're gonna backtrack all the way to August 29th, on which evening, well, that day I worked, and on the way home from work, we went, my partner and my older daughter met me out by Five Below, and we got some decorations or not decorations, we already had the decorations, sorry. We got some party favors and some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some candy and stuff at Five Below. Then we went over to the, then we walked over to Brooklyn Bark, which was hosting an event that combined Badass Animal Rescue and Freak on a Leash, which is Korn's brand of pet supplies. And they were doing like giveaway raffles and just having a good old time. And it was a chance for my partner to mingle and network so he could promote Pacha where he works, and also so he could talk to fellow Korn fans. He had just gone the night before to the Korn/Disturbed concert. Where am I going? I am going in the direction of home, but I won't make it. But thank you for asking. I'm just walking, honestly, alongside Prospect Park. So, yeah, that's a long walk home. I won't be walking the whole way home. So then, all of that we did, after the Freak on a Leash / Badass Animal Rescue event, we had one more stop to make. We had to go pick up the Cookie Monster Piñata for my, at that time, soon-to-be 2-year-old's birthday party. On August 30th was the birthday party. So we had to do some last-minute things in the morning. We went to pick up chairs. We had tamales for breakfast. My brother-in-law also bought everyone, like, McDonald's because he felt like it. And then we had guests over. We did activities. We watched Monsters University, and we did the piñata, and everybody got a goodie bag, and the baby got gifts, and everyone had lots of fun. And then on the 31st, same day that I bought this new journal, Oliver, can you give me a shout out? Shout out to Oliver, I guess. So AJ, my older daughter, woke up with neck pain on the 31st, and we tried to just like give her ice and some children's ibuprofen and stuff, and eventually she made it sound like a big enough deal that I took her to urgent care. So then I let her draw some doodles in my brand new journal while she while we waited at urgent care. AK invites explaining to everyone in the chat that I'm walking home while going live. Thanks. Let's see. But yeah, the doctor basically came to the same conclusion that we did. That the pain in the neck was basically just she slept on it wrong. So we gave her ibuprofen, and we gave her ibuprofen like we already had, and we had her keep ice on it. And she was supposed to have a play date that day, but we rescheduled it for the next day because September 1st was Labor Day, so no school, nothing. Star says hi Star. I'm not sure if it's the Star I know or if it's just a random person who has their name as Star, but that's cool. So Labor Day also happened to be the baby's actual birthday, so even though I didn't get to sleep until like 4:30 in the morning, I got woken up at 6:30 so that we could get up and sing to the baby for her birthday, because it's a Mexican tradition. You wake someone up on their birthday by singing to them. And then later in the day, the kids had a play date at the park, and my friend Jenny came over. We were gonna go for sushi, but then instead we stayed home and we did like Labor Day stuff. We had hot dogs, and she brought the girls and me to McDonald's for dessert, and while we were there I picked stuff up for the rest of the household members because I'm not gonna let people feel left out. And then my mother-in-law and one of my brothers-in-law went out. They said for cat food, but when they came back they had gifts for the kids. They had a ballerina cappuccino stuffy for my older one, who is totally into the Italian brain rot, and they had Hello Kitty plushie for my 2-year-old, and both of them got new water bottles, so that was cool. September 2nd, I changed into my brand new, the shoelaces on my Doc Martens to my brand new purple laces, which before that I had regular purple laces I had gotten from the 99-cent store, and my brother-in-law went and for my daughter's birthday got her her own little baby Doc Martens, and while he was doing that he ordered me an official Doc Marten pair of purple laces to go on my Doc Martens, so I changed them into that. See? So pretty. So pretty. Anyway, let's see. September 3rd, I did some writing on the way to work. What I determined as a lot of writing, actually. So I was pretty proud of myself. Then when I got there, I found out one of my coworkers was sick, which didn't equal that much extra work, thankfully. I did end up with some mysterious shoulder pain, though, which was not great, especially because That evening when I was trying to prepare my daughter's food for her first day of school the next day, I realized her lunchbox had mysteriously vanished. So I went out on a quest to find a new lunchbox, but it was late. So one of the stores was closing, other stores just didn't have it. And eventually I just gave her my lunch bag like I probably should have just done in the first place. Then the next day was September 4th, was the first day of school, at least here in New York. I worked and so usually on my way home from work, I'll like stop at the store to pick up anything we need at the house. And my partner like went out of his way to make sorry. Bruh. Grace Turtle says bruh. Also on September 4th, we realized that there was a leak under the kitchen sink, which partially coming from the sink, partially coming from the dishwasher because they drained at the same place. So that pipe was busted. Oh, and I had realized that in the morning we forgot to make a first day of school sign for Aerith, which is like our tradition every year. So we hurried and made a sign before bedtime routine so that she could get some pictures in her first day of school outfit with her sign. Then Friday, September 5th, I had a lot of extra muscle pain, which unfortunately muscle pain is normal for me, but like I said, it was extra. We were running late for the bus we wanted to catch, and it got rerouted twice because of fire trucks and construction. So then my daughter ended up being 15 minutes late for her second day of school, which sucked. But that's okay. It is what it is, you know? It happened to be my day off, so I went back home and hung out with the baby and my partner. And the next day I did my live stream because I just forgot to do it on the 5th. You know, that happens to me sometimes. I'm always late, or either by like a little bit, or by a whole day, or in this case, by an entire week. So I did that live stream on my way to my therapy appointment, and that literally turned out to just be all about like what a strong feminine presence my mother is, and how her life has gone. It was very out of character for me to like not out of character to go on tangents, because I do that all the time because I have ADHD. So tangents are like my entire being. But it was just weird that the whole vlog entry was focused around my mom and her life. But that's all right. Shout out to my family. After my therapy appointment, it was like pouring rain. So instead of taking my daughter to the park or for a walk like she wanted, we stayed in and we played Mario Party as a family. So that was fun. I also was feeling inspired, so I took some pictures of myself in poses that I want to use for my graphic novel version of the Mage Stone. And what's the word? Yeah. I actually, and we just got a lot of family time, and it's great. I actually ended up playing around with Facebook Meta with the AI, just basically AI photoshopping the pictures that I had taken to kind of see what I could make it do and how close I could get it to the final result that I'm going to end up drawing anyway. And it was interesting. It was kind of impressive. I can see why some people might choose that over hiring an artist for real, because it's expensive to hire artists, but I also am so anti AI art. It's just I cannot express just how deeply my hatred for AI art actually goes. So, yeah. I'm crossing an intersection at Prospect Park. Just trying to make sure I don't die. Whew. So, oh, my phone's getting hot, apparently. It just gave me a warning. On September 7th, I started adding weather to my journal posts so I could remember, I guess. That day it rained. I did laundry. I took my daughter on a walk. And then I took a video of her when we were walking home from the laundromat as sort of a documentary type thing. And we long jumped rocks. And when we got home, my partner and his brother went out to pick up more cannabis. And when they got back, they had an entire tray of pasta that our friend had just given them. So that's what we ended up having for dinner. And it was delicious. Monday, September 8th, we rode bikes to school because that's what we've been doing pretty much every day. As long as the weather's good enough, I've been taking my daughter, I'll pick up a city bike and she'll bring her little bike. And then of course I worked, and on my way home, I was struggling with the Microsoft Word app on my phone. So I opened Google Docs and wrote a poem called Will This App Work, which the next day I posted to social media, so you can go ahead and check that out whenever you're done here. Maybe I'll add a link, I don't know. September 10th was crazy because there was just a huge influx in violence around the country and around the world, and it was insane. There was a school shooting in Colorado. We're assholes because the light changed. Dumbass. Anyway, sorry. Right now, fucking ridiculous. Sorry. Calls us all assholes because we cross the street when the duh. Of course we're gonna cross the street when the light changes. Bop, 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 bop. Now I'm being kind of an asshole because I was crossing with the very tail end of a light. Anyway. I'm walking away from Prospect Park now. Eventually I'll end this live stream and get a bike home. Let's see. There's a skater girl. See you later, girl. Alright. Yeah, that's right. I flipped the script to skater girl, not skater boy. Anyway. September 10th, I ended up having to take my partner to the ER for some very concerning swelling that he had since the night before. And I was there until 4:30 in the morning. He got checked in and they gave him a room. And finally, 4:30 in the morning on the 11th, I went home, and I didn't get home till I didn't get to bed until at least 5. So I got almost no sleep before I had to get up again and go to work. And while I was at work, my partner called me to tell me he had stormed out of the hospital because, yet again, that hospital didn't give him breakfast. I don't know why we keep bringing him to that hospital, honestly. Okay. But they had told him he needed antibiotics, and they weren't even giving him the antibiotics. They were just trying to treat his high blood pressure, which, I get it. you don't want him to stroke out, but also give him the medicine you said he needs? Maybe? I don't know. You can't do both. You can't give antibiotics and lower someone's blood pressure at the same time. It's weird. Anyway, he ended up getting antibiotics somewhere else. He's fine. So, September 12th, I did laundry and took care of the baby while Paco worked, and his mom and my brother-in-law went to do some stuff. That's none of your business. So, I also had given him his anniversary early, which happened to be Munchkin's South Park edition. He was very excited about it. He loves South Park. Loves it. And I don't know, I was never that into South Park, but like I've been watching it because it's like one of his favorites, and trying to kind of get it. But I get it now, you know? After years of making myself watch it, I get it. It can be pretty funny sometimes. Some of it's just like dumb, but some of it's actually kind of intellectual humor, especially as the seasons progress. So September 13th, we went upstate to visit my sister and her kids, because they weren't able to make it to the baby's birthday party on August 30th. So to make up for that, she booked us a hotel room in Nanuet, and we went to the park, and then we went swimming after we checked into the hotel. And it was only for one night, so the next morning we went back home, and Paco worked again, so I took the kids home. My brothers-in-law met us over by Paco's work, because we dropped him off at work. And then we stopped at Food Bazaar, which there was some friction, so we ended up not getting anything there, and we got all our stuff from a different grocery store closer to our house instead. And I'm just not gonna go into detail on that because that was crazy. I just completely skipped the live stream last weekend. So that's why I'm like trying to catch you up all the way up to that point. Monday, I didn't go to work because I had to take the girls to a doctor's appointment each. Same doctor, thankfully. At like 9 in the morning, and I was gonna drop off my older one at school and then head to work, but I ended up starting to feel like really sick and having really bad headache, and I feel like, oh yeah. And then it was also Mexican Independence Day, so we had pozole and we watched a classic movie, obviously a classic Mexican movie. Feel like that should have gone without saying, but whatever. We finally got to play, not finally, but kind of finally, we played the Munchkin South Park edition for the first time, and in the middle of that game I got a phone call about a potential apartment, so I went and took that call while everyone else continued playing. My daughter and I were on a team, so she just took over all of the gameplay from that point on. The next morning, I got a follow-up call about that apartment. It sounds really promising, so I'll keep you guys posted there. Then, I worked, and Wednesday, Thursday, and today, I dropped my older daughter off late to school 3 days in a row. It was not my shining achievement. And today was my work anniversary, my 1 year anniversary at this survival job. So that's fun. May it last at least another year and a half or more to beat out the record I have at any other of my survival jobs aside from childcare. So, oh, and last night I read an email that it was sent to me a few days ago, but I didn't see it until last night because I'm terrible at checking my email, in which somebody told me that, so it was, okay, I asked my friend to do the voiceover for the audiobook of The Mage Stone, and I got an email asking to extend the deadline, which is totally fine. That deadline was kind of arbitrary anyway, just to light a fire under their butt. And they said that rereading my book had been an absolute joy because it had been a while since they read it. And first of all, I didn't even realize they had read it before that, so like that was cool. But just the part where it was an absolute joy to reread really made me feel good about myself, and I'm still glowing. And this morning I was still glowing, and I brought it up to an acquaintance who I see every so often in the mornings on my way into work, and she asked if she could get a signed copy. So we exchanged phone numbers, and I'll be bringing her signed copy on Monday. And yeah, that's it. That has been the last 3 weeks. Sorry it was such a long journey. I am now well, now I'm gonna grab a bike and go the rest of the way home because I'm not walking an entire hour. So thank you for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel so inclined. And always remember to lead with empathy.